Did you know this? Until now, we have been taught that when we ask AI something, we need to write better prompts. So many people learned prompt engineering almost like improving their writing skills. But we need to go one level deeper. AI understands words organized in a structure it can process much more accurately than vague words people throw at it casually. So today, I want to say this. AI may not have been dumb. The question we threw at it may have been dumb. The way to change that is the meta prompt. Prompt engineering is clearly important. Just assigning a role, adding conditions, and setting the output format can improve the result. But the stronger method is not to demand the answer from AI right away. It is to first make AI build a good question structure. Simply put, instead of a human creating the question alone, you use AI to rewrite the question into a form AI can understand better. This is the starting point of meta-prompting. A meta-prompt is a prompt that creates prompts. You can also think of it as a prompt that designs the way the work will be done. If you simply say, make me a PPT, AI tries to create the result immediately. But with a meta prompt, it first designs the target audience, core message, slide flow, presentation script, and practice sequence. That makes the result much more stable because AI starts by setting the thinking framework before moving forward. Here is the important point. AI understands structured instructions more accurately than vague human expressions. People say things like, make it pretty, make it decent, or make it professional. But AI does not know exactly what those words mean. So first, you tell AI, based on my goal, turn this into a work brief that AI can understand best. Then you have AI execute that result. That is the core of using a meta prompt. We sometimes say AI is dumb like a goldfish, but we should also think from the opposite side. From AI's perspective, it may be thinking, this person gave me no goal, no standard, and no review method. Why do they expect a good result? In the lecture, this line works well as a provocative statement. AI may not have been dumb. The question may have been dumb. This is not meant to blame people. It is a strong way to deliver the message that, in the AI era, even the question itself must be designed. Think back to the multi-agent structure we covered last time. When you build multiple agents, you can make them review the work from different roles. To be precise, today's AI does not retrain the model itself every moment. Instead, it adjusts its working style within the current conversation by reflecting context, feedback, and rules. When the orchestrator directs the work, the back-end checks logic, the front-end checks the screen, and the runtime guardian checks security and the execution environment. The result becomes much more stable than relying on one AI alone. Right now, we are using GPU-based generative AI, but the overall direction is becoming stronger. AI is moving from systems that simply answer questions to agent-style AI that performs multiple tasks. In the future, discussion around AGI, or artificial general intelligence that can handle a wide range of problems like humans, will grow. After that, discussion of ASI, intelligence far stronger than humans, will also continue. Of course, we cannot state exactly when this will happen. The important thing is not prediction, it is preparation. From now on, the gap will grow between people who use AI like a search box and people who operate AI like a team. This is the most important practical sentence in today's lecture. When asking AI, ask through AI. Do not try to write a perfect prompt yourself from the beginning. First, roughly say what you want. Then tell AI, turn this into a work brief that an expert would understand. After that, have AI execute the refined request. This method is much easier and much more powerful. This slide gives you a meta prompt you can copy and use as is. The key line is, do not execute it yet. First, only refine it into a better prompt. You need this line so AI does not immediately create the result and instead organizes the brief first. After reviewing that brief and making small edits, you can execute it. The result becomes much more stable. Prompt engineering is the skill of writing a good question yourself. Meta-prompting, on the other hand, is the skill of making AI create a good question structure. If I write everything myself, the result is limited by my own experience and writing ability. But if I first ask AI to create an expert-level request, AI can fill in the items I may have missed, especially in multi-step work such as program audits, security reviews, portability checks, or lecture material creation. Meta-prompting is far more advantageous. Many people think saving tokens means speaking briefly, but in real work, the opposite is often true. If you start with a request that is too short, you often dislike the result and keep asking again. Then the conversation gets longer and consumes more tokens. A meta prompt may look a little longer at first, but because it sets the criteria and process early, rework decreases. Overall, that creates a token-saving effect. For example, let's say you are auditing a SAJU program. If you simply say, check whether there are problems, AI does not know how far it should look. With a meta prompt, the backend checks the SAJU calculation logic and path issues, the frontend checks the input screen and result presentation, and the runtime guardian checks security and the execution environment. The orchestrator does not code directly, it only directs the work. Actual modification happens after the analysis report and user approval. That is the safe and professional way to work. This is where the gap between AI users will grow. People who use AI like a search box throw in one question and wait for an answer. People who use AI like a team divide roles, design the process, and provide review criteria. If the result is poor, they look at the work structure before blaming AI. This is the productivity gap of the AI era. Even with the same AI, some people use it like a toy, while others operate it like a team. Here is today's conclusion. Is AI smarter than humans? We need to change that question itself. It is not that AI is simply smarter than humans. The person who gives AI the structure it needs to work becomes stronger. Do not demand an answer from AI right away. First, make it build a strong question structure. Lock in roles, process, review criteria, and output format. Then, even with the same AI, the result changes completely.